The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If you do not expect the unexpected, you will not recognize it when it arrives. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Happiness belongs to the self-sufficient. Beware the barrenness of a. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Get not your friends by bare compliments, but by giving them sensible tokens of your love. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. I am a citizen not of Athens or Greece, but of the world. True friends visit us in prosperity only when invited, but in adversity they come without invitation. Happiness resides not in possessions and not in gold. Happiness dwells in the soul. The soul is dyed the color of its thoughts. Think only on those things that are in line with your principles and can bear the light of day. The content of your character is your choice. Day by day, what you choose, what you think, and what you do is who you become. Your integrity is your destiny. It is the light that guides your way. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger. Only the dead have seen the end of war. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to. If evil be spoken of you and it be true, correct yourself. If it be a lie, laugh at it. If you do not take an interest in the affairs of your government, then you are doomed to live under the rule of fools. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future life. When you want wisdom and insight as badly as you want to breathe, it is then you shall have it. Those who educate children well are more to be honored than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks. He already knows. Those who are too smart to engage in politics are punished by being governed by those who are dumber. Painting is silent poetry, and poetry is painting that speaks. Music and rhythm find their way into the secret places of the soul. Illnesses do not come upon us out of the blue, They are developed from small daily sins against nature. When enough sins have accumulated, illnesses will suddenly appear. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. The children now love luxury. They have bad manners. Contempt for authority. They show disrespect for elders and love chatter in place of exercise. Children are now tyrants, not the servants of their households. They no longer rise when elders enter the room, contradict their parents, chatter before company, gobble up dainties at the table, cross their legs, and tyrannize their teachers. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. Each man is capable of doing one thing well. If he attempts several, he will fail to achieve distinction in any. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Nothing in the affairs of men is worthy of great anxiety. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. A good man will take care of his horses and dogs, not only while they are young, but when old and past service. Thinking, the talking of the soul with itself. At his best, man is the noblest of all animals, separated from law and justice he is the worst. He who has never learned to obey cannot be a good commander. To test a perfect theory with imperfect instruments did not impress the Greek philosophers as a valid way to gain knowledge. How can you prove whether at this moment we are sleeping, and all our thoughts are a dream, or whether we are awake, and talking to one another in the waking state? She soars on her own wings. Perseverance is more prevailing than violence, and many things which cannot be overcome when they are together yield themselves up when taken little by little.